Hello students, in this slides we will talk about the linked list. This is another list type data structures, and we'll talk about how to uh, what is the concept of linked list. So we have seen arrays. So array has some limitations that, and it also has some advantage also. The limitation is that it cannot grows larger. So if you want to increase or decrease some array, so it we cannot do that. It has some fixed size. So in order to increase or decrease, you need to create another array, then you need to keep everything to the from older array to the new array, and it probably takes a longer time. So this is not an efficient way. So that's why we think about the new data structure that calls linked list. Linked list doesn't have that problem. So it doesn't have problem to increase or decreasing problem, but it also has a problem about comparing to arrays. So for example, if you want to find any value at array, uh, and you have some index, you don't need to spend a lot of time. You just use that index and you uh, find out that value using the constant time. So you don't need to traverse whole array. You just go to that specific index and you just find that value. So this is the benefit. But in linked list, the problem is that you cannot easily find something. You need to traverse everything. Let's talk about these things. So linked list is something, it's not contiguous like array. So in array, all the elements are contiguous. So all are light, or all are uh, kept one by one. These are the contiguous. And but if you talk about the linked list values are not contiguous. So the elements are scattered, kept in the memory in a scattered way. So say for examples, if you think this is an array, you can see that this all the elements are contiguous, they are kept all together. But if you consider a linked list, you can see that those are not contiguous. So when you are accessing this one, you don't know where is the next value if you don't have any address of the next value. So you must have some link informations to go to the next value. Since it is not contiguous, so when you are at these positions, you don't have idea where is the next positions. So if you don't have any link informations, then you cannot find the next element. So there is a important information in the linked list, that link informations. That link information telling you that where is the next element. So you are at this stage, then you use that link information, then you can come to that element. And when you are at this stage, you can use that link information come to this element, right? So now if you are at this stage and you have to find the next element, the next element is this element. So this is the way. And so basically, so these are the scattered and these are not contiguous. So you start from here, say for example, you start from here 0, and next element is 1, and next element is 2, next element is 3, and next element is 4, then next element is 5. So you can see that this is not a contiguous, this is not in a sequence. So you have to have some link information to traverse everything. So if you want to find some 5, or if you are looking for 4 and you don't have any index, so what you need to do, you need to start from here, then you need to traverse here, then you need to traverse here, then there, then there. So then you will find the 4. So that means you need to traverse everything in worst case to find something. But in array, you don't need to traverse everything if you have index. Array and linked list doesn't have index like array. So array, if you have an index, you can directly come to the 4 and you can access the 4. So this is the benefit of having array instead of having linked list. So so that means each object refer to other in the list. So you can see that each object has a link that basically refer to other list. A linked list can be a single linked list, a linked list can be a double linked list. What is single linked list? Each object has a reference to the next one in the list. So you can see that this is the single linked list. Each element has a reference to the next element, this element has a reference to the next element, this element has a reference to the next element. What is double linked list? Each object has a reference to the both the previous and next one. So if you have object that reference to the next one and also to the previous one, then you can call them a double linked list. We will see some double linked list examples. So we understand that what is linked list. Linked list is a some other solution for list. It's not an array, it's not a contiguous. It says it maintains some link informations to go to the next element, and it might be a single linked list that basically refer to the next element. It might be a double linked list that refer to the next and previous element. Now if you want to insert into a single linked list, what would be happen? So before going to insert elements, so we just understand today in this slides we will understand only uh, uh, what is single linked list and what is double linked list. Inserting, deleting, everything we will discuss in the next week. Okay, so we just skipping those things. We'll come to these slides in the next week. So this is the double linked list and other things. So we'll talk about these sort of things later. So try to understand what is linked list. Linked list, the concept is it's an alternate solution. It can be single and it can be a double, and we'll discuss everything in details in the next week. Thank you.